So what's up, guys? So let's continue with the session. So we are going to start with the data model trainer. So in the previous video, we did the data transformation. This was what we did under data transformation. So as you can, if you can remember, again we started with the entity. We created our entity configuration manager. Then after that, we moved to the data transformation. So this was the class that will actually handle the data transformation process. So we did that, and I remember we did something to do with the removal of the outliers. Then we created a method to get the transformer object, and under this we were doing operations. We were creating different pipelines to handle the different tasks, such as the imputation, the min-max scalar, for the categorical columns, then simple imputer with the strategy constant, one-hot encoder, and then we combine those pipelines using the column transformer. And after that, we imported the data, did the train test split, applied the preprocessor object to preprocess the training and the testing set data. And after that, we saved the transformed data. Okay, then created our pipeline. So basically, that's what we did in the previous section. So in this section, we are going to continue, and we are going to start now with the model trainer. So we are going to train our model on the training test data. Then after that, we will do a model evaluation where we pass in our testing data to see how our model is generalizing. Okay? So let's start again. As usual, we are going to import the necessary libraries for that. So in this case, we are going to import the necessary libraries. So the data class, pathlib, numpy, typing, and some of the evaluation metrics. Even I don't think we will need this, but let's see. So after this, we need to go to our config.yaml file. Under the config.yaml, we need to pass in the necessary path where we are going to get our data and all that information. So to the config.yaml, we are going to create a new stage, and this stage will be, so we completed the data transformation, so the new stage will be about the model trainer. So let's create the new stage, model trainer. So this is the new stage under in our config.yaml file. So here we are going again to specify. We're going to specify the path. So model trainer, that's okay. Artifacts are model trainer. Then now we're going to specify the train data path. So the train data path, then artifacts. So artifacts, then data transformation. Data transformation artifacts. Data you need to use the tab. Data transformation dash train data paths. So data transformation, then that is the xtrain, supposed to be xtrain transformed. This is the training data joblib. That's okay. Then now we also need to specify the test data path. So again, the test data path. So this will be again test data path train artifacts. So artifacts again, data transformation. data transformation, then x test being transformed, x test transformed.joblib. Okay, then we need to create the name for our model itself. So what we'll call our model. So the model name that is model.joblib. Model.joblib. I think we are done with that. So model trainer artifacts, model trainer. So we have, with the root directory, we'll be creating a new folder under the artifacts. Remember, this is our artifact, so we'll create a new folder that will contain our model trainer. And under the model training, we are specifying our train data as well as the test data. Even though I don't think we will just be doing the model training, so maybe this won't be necessary for this model trainer. So after that, so we have updated our config.yaml file. So we go to the model trainer and we start again with our entity. So we specify our entity. So at remember at data class. So at data class, remove this asterisk. So again, we specify. Remember what we are going to specify. Let me create the class first. So this will be model trainer config. Model trainer config. Then I'll just paste whatever I had already prepared this, so that we can move a little bit faster. So whatever we are listing here, just remember is whatever we are listing under the model trainer stage. So that is that. Then the root directory, train data path, test data path, all those are paths. Then model name, this is just the model name that we will be assigning to our model. Then remember, we do have the params.yaml file. So we are going to update, since we are doing the model trainer, we need to update and specify the parameters that we will be using. So remember, we are using the XGBoostRegressor. So we are going to specify the XGBoostRegressor, and these are just some of the hyperparameters that we will be using for the XGBoostRegressor. Remember, you can use all of them or just sample a few to that and then specify these are the hyperparameters, and then specify the respective values for those. Okay, so that's all about our parameters. So this is the params.yaml file, and we are specifying the machine learning algorithm that we are going to be using, and under that we are also specifying the different parameters with respect to that, with respect to the algorithm that we will be using. So these are the hyperparameters. Okay, so whenever we will be doing something, let's say to do with hyperparameter tuning, then we'll just be specifying. We might specify all of them, or just sample a few, then do a hyperparameter tuning. Then after that, you can just come replace some of these values depending with the accuracy, or depending on the evaluation metric that you are trying to optimize during the hyperparameter tuning. Okay, so we have updated our params.yaml file. So I'm going to go back to the model trainer. Then now, whatever parameters you have specified, again you will be specifying under the entity section. Okay, then after this, we are going to import some libraries. Then we create the configuration manager. So we'll import some libraries. So again, from src.rulebetri constants. For the constants, we are going to going to import, remember the config config file path params. Okay, those are the libraries. Again, from src.rubetti, I'm going to, from the utils, so utils commons, I'm going to import some of the functions under the utils. So the functions that we'll be using here, these are the functions, the read YAML, is something I'm missing, .utils, .commons, I'm forgetting the imports. We're going to import this, import the read YAML. Okay, that's okay. Then we also be importing the data transformation config. Okay, so I'll also import the data transformation config from tiled data transformation. It's also important. Then from here we create the configuration class manager. So just copy that, then I'll just paste it here. So this is the configuration manager. So this is just the common stuff. Then remember, this is the data, we are obtaining this from our data transformation. So this one here, we are just borrowing it from the data transformation. Then for the model trainer itself, so we create a method for that. So for this method, remember the model trainer, so where we'll be saving our model. This is the, under the params, we are using the XGBoostRegressor. I don't think this one will be necessary at this moment. Then again, remember, under our entity, whatever we are using under our entity, we're just going to do the same under the get model trainer config. Okay, so we're just specifying those parameters here. Then after that, we are going to return the model trainer configuration. So if you need some explanation about whatever you are doing, as I had said earlier, I'm using tab 9, and when you click on the explain button, you're going to get an explanation as to what you are doing. So if we can go through faster, see what we are doing under this section. So this code is within the get model trainer config under the configuration manager class. And as usual, it is possible for creating and returning an instance of the model trainer config data class. So here's what we are doing. So the method starts by accessing the relevant configurations, relevant configuration sections from the self.config these parameters. So as we are listing them here, then now we are creating a directory. So remember, we are in the model trainer. We are going to create a directory for that. So this will handle that. So an instance of the model trainer config data class is created using the configuration details obtained in the YAML files. So the XGBoost parameters are extracted from the self.params.xGBoostregressor section. Sorry. So remember, we created the params, we listed our parameters there, and we specified the values. Okay. So generally, this code snippet demonstrates how the configuration manager class manages and provides the configuration details. So you can just go through and you will get an understanding as to what we are doing under this section. Then after this, I'll import other few libraries for this. Then create the class, the model trainer class. Okay. So this is just the simple. We need to change this. It's supposed to be RUL Betsy. So that's okay. So we are creating the class model trainer that will actually handle the model training itself. And as usual, we are going to I think we didn't need the XTest and the XTest transformed. This will be used under the model evaluation section. So under this section, again, we're just calling our model, so the XGBoostRegressor, and we are specifying the necessary, the parameters. And when we specify this, it's going to link back to the parameters.yaml file, where it is going to read the necessary parameters and the respective value. So after that, we just fit this onto our training data, so the X train transformed and the Y train. Then after that, after fitting this to our training data, we now save our model. So we use the joblib.dump. Then we dump our model, then specify the name. Okay, then just provide a login message for that. Then after this, we can then specify our pipeline. The last thing is usually the pipeline. So this is the pipeline for that. So config again, data transformation. So we need to import this because we need to split our data. Then after that, we do the training. So after we do the training, so it's initiate data transformation. So this is about the data transformation. Then after that, we need to do our model training. So we are fitting our model trainer on the test train, on the X train transformed. Don't think we need this either anyway. So we can let's see if we can do away with this. Just do away with this because you're only dealing with the Y train. You don't need the Y tester. So again, we can do away with the X tester transformed and the Y test. They are unnecessary. Let's see. Do I prepare the model with those? Maybe we might have challenges executing it without those two. So let's execute this. So just copy the relative path. So Python mentor, that's okay. Make sure you have saved everything. And execute this. So we need if everything runs successfully, we need to create an artifacts folder on model training, and it will contain the model trainer. I think the model itself. Okay. Then in the model evaluation, we'll just import that. Then pass in the testing data to do the model evaluation component. So let's see, should be, so we have created the model train. Is supposed to create a folder here. Anyway, it's going to take some time. Yeah, I think data transformation completed. I think we are done. So this is the model saved to artifacts model trainer model.joblib. So we need to have created, this is the model trainer and this is the model itself. So I think everything is okay. So after this, we've seen that our model will execute successful. So after this, we need to now convert this to modular coding. So we are going to start. So we updated our params and the config, no problem with that. So the next step will be about entity. So entity, I'll just copy whatever is in the entity, then go to our entity, config entity. So we did the data transformation entity. So this is about model trainer. So model trainer entity, and I'll just paste that here. I don't think we are missing anything. Everything is okay. We are not missing any library. Everything is okay. So after the entity, we need to move to the config manager. So entity configuration manager under the config. And here we are going to copy, I think this one, I think the get data transformation config. No, this is data transformation. Sorry. We need to go to the model trainer and we'll copy this one, get model trainer config up to this one here. So we already have the get data transformation config, so we don't need that one to copy that one again. This one is already in place. So let's say model trainer config, and I will just make sure everything is aligned properly. So this one is aligned to this. So let's see. Yeah, I think this one is aligned with this. This one is aligned with this. Yeah, everything is okay. Trying to zoom out so that you can have a good review. So model trainer config, you need to import that. I'll just copy this model trainer config. I'll just copy this, then press a comma, enter, then I'll just include the model trainer config. So after the configuration, we need to go update the components. So under components, I will copy this code here. So just start from here all the way, but not including the pipeline. So components, so model trainers component, then I'll just paste. Let's see what are we missing. Model trainer config, model trainer config. So this is what we are missing. So model trainer config in our components. So we'll just import that. So I don't think we need this. I don't think we need this one here. So model trainer config. So from src dot rule battery dot entity dot config entity, we're going to import model trainer config. I think that one is okay. Yeah, I think we don't need this one here. It will be essential during model evaluation. I think everything is okay at the moment. So we go to the pipeline. So pipeline, we go and update our pipeline. So pipeline, model trainer pipeline. Model trainer pipeline. We start by importing the necessary configurations or the libraries. You need so just to be that rule Betsy. I think that's okay. If I'm not wrong, supposed to be rule Betsy. So that one should be in our pipeline. Just delete that. That's okay. And we need to specify the pipeline name. So pipeline name. This is the model trainer pipeline. Model trainer pipeline. Okay. Then create our class. So class model trainer pipeline, that's okay. Then dev in itself, that's okay. So here we just use the pass. Then after this, we need to create a dev run itself, that's okay. Then when you go to a model trainer, we need to copy this. Pipeline. So model trainer config, I think that one is okay, that one is okay. Then we finish this off with the if else. So if underscore name, then main, we're missing something, yeah. That correct? Cosine main. I think we're okay, yeah. From here, we're going to use the try block. So from the try block, then produce something extra. So that one, and after this is done, we need to introduce something like this. So model trainer pipeline. Model. No, there's something is supposed to model trainer pipeline. Yeah, that's okay. Model trainer pipeline. And this is supposed to be model trainer pipeline, run. Yeah, error, login, exception E. You can just say the exception, and just raise this one. So info, I think that's okay. Model trainer pipeline, run, okay. So after this, we need to update our main.py. So component 3 data transformation. So component number 4. Component 04. We just call it name. This one is a model trainer component. Model trainer component. So that one is in our main.py. Supposed to use run. Make sure we import our pipeline. We just go back, then say from src, src rubeti.pipelines, pipeline number 4 model trainer. We're going to import model trainer pipeline. I think that's okay. Anything else? I don't think so. Components 4. Suppose component, yeah. Component. Make sure the spelling is correct. So once we are done with that, so we think the main.py, everything is okay. So what remains is just to execute the main.py. So again, Python main.py. Let's see. So it needs to execute successfully. Then I think by that we will have done, or we will have successfully integrated the model trainer. The reason as to why we are trying to separate the, so you might ask yourself, why are we just separating the model trainer and the model evaluation? I think the major reason as to why we are doing that is because if you're just going to separate, if you're going to, for example, change the algorithm that you are using, then it becomes less strenuous, because you only have to change the parameters in the params.yaml and your model trainer. Okay. don't need to, yeah, I think those two. Yeah, I think you only need to change whatever is in your params.yaml and whatever is in the model trainer section. So separating that, make sure that you can train different types of algorithms and see maybe which one performs best. Then it makes your code flexible, so you can scale your code, maybe introduce more stuff under the model trainer. So for example, I think we will be introducing, I think, ML flow. I think we'll introduce that in the model trainer. So yeah, I think we'll introduce that in the model trainer. So you'll see how we are going to integrate. We're going to integrate the model trainer. Okay. So I think this one we are done. Model trainer successfully terminated successfully. So that's it. So model trainer is done. So let's push this code to a Git repository. So git add dot git status. Git status. Then we can do git commit hyphen. So we'll say model trainer complete. Model trainer complete. So after staging, we do the git pusher. Okay, it's okay. So git push hyphen new origin main. Git push hyphen new origin main. So everything is, I think everything is okay as of now. Requirements.txt. I think we imported the ML flow. Yeah, we imported the ML flow. So I think in the next section, I'll inform you, or I'll show you how we are going to integrate ML flow in our model evaluation. Okay, so let's wait for this to push to our source repository. I think it's okay. Yeah, everything is good. So let's just do a little bit of confirmation. This is the model trainer. So when we load this, we need to see our code. I think everything is okay. This is the model trainer. Model trainer. Yeah. I think as of now everything is okay. So that's all about the model trainer. So you can now implement it on your side and probably see how you can change, modify if you're using a different algorithm. See how you can manipulate this with the sole purpose of training your model. So that's it for this section. Once again, please, if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing, share it with your friends, inform them of this series. Also, you can like this video, comment, because we very much like hearing from you. So in the next session, we are going to tackle the model evaluation. See you in the next one.